travel with me.
Hey fellow humans, Mina here. So, you're just starting out as an author. You plan on selling your book at some point, but you're basically a nobody on the internet. So, what do? I'm here to give you a few tips to grow a natural following, so that when it's time to sell some books, people will actually know you exist. First off, no matter what social media you choose, which find a good 2 or 3 you are comfortable with and start with them, you gotta be active. You can't post something on Instagram once in a blue moon and expect to stay relevant. Start with at least once a week, unless it's Twitter. I find that you gotta post daily, even multiple times a day in order to make a dent. But besides Twitter and maybe even TikTok, start with a schedule of once a week posting and stick to the day and time of your choosing. That way people can see that you're active and they'll know when to expect content from you. Also, side note, especially for Twitter users, but this kind of goes for all platforms, for the love of all that is good and holy, don't follow for follow. Followers don't equal true fans or book sales. Sure, they may follow you, mostly because you probably followed them, but that doesn't mean they'll like your posts, watch your videos, or read your blog. AKA, they likely don't care what you have to say. They're just there because you're around to help boost their follow count. Numbers apparently matter now. I mean, it's great to have a huge following, and big numbers are great, but your goal is to accumulate fans. People who actually admire you and want to support you on your journey. I could go on and on why follow for follow isn't the best method, but let's just leave it as it's impersonal. Next, once you got your schedule for your chosen social medias down pat, make sure to stay active. That was my problem way back in the day before I started, like last year, being active. Also, be sure to engage with everyone who comments, and try asking questions to help boost engagement. One thing I like to do to help keep active on my socials is post daily out-of-context and spoiler-free quotes from my debut novel self. I also like to post fun character facts that aren't in my novel. I also even like to share some of my life behind the writing. These are all things that help make me more relatable, and in turn produce an engagement with my audience. I find that using these methods I'm most successful on Twitter and Instagram, but to those who comment on my YouTube videos, I love you just as much as everyone else, because, thank you. On all my social platforms, no matter which one you follow me on, I really appreciate it, so you're awesome. I don't know what that face was, but By the way, if you're having trouble keeping a schedule and having a hard time thinking of what to post, I recommend planning it all out in a calendar. It's a great visual and, believe it or not, helps boost creativity. At least it did for me. Lastly, get yourself a website. It's okay if you can't afford a domain name or anything super fancy, so just use something basic for now. The more cheaper the better, I guess, if you're on a budget, because I think most of them do cost some money. I found some cost more than others, but I'm sure there are free website building tools out there. I personally use Squarespace, not sponsored or anything, I think they're great, but if you can't afford that, do some research and look it up. Or even start with something like a Tumblr. I think you can kind of make that look a little website-y, or Blogspot. Is that even still around? Yeah, it is. Yeah, try one of those. It's close enough to a website for now, and, it should do the job. Every author needs a place of their own, and a website that hosts links to all your social medias is essential. So that's all I got for you today. How about you guys, my fellow humans? These are just a few tips that I found that helped me grow over the past year. But do you have any tips of your own that you'd like to share? Let me know in the comments down below, because I would really love to hear them. Any way that could help improve me and you and the community is great. Sharing is caring. I could go on about this topic, but really, the main thing that I find that really helps is just being consistent in posting, and posting pretty often, at least a minimum of once a week, depending on the platform, unless it's like Twitter or possibly TikTok. I don't use TikTok, but at least Twitter you gotta post often, or at least once a day, but the majority once a week, and you gotta post often, and definitely engage with your viewers. They're your future readers. Y'all want to be friendly with them. Plus, I love interacting with you guys, so, like, yeah, it's just a win-win for everyone. Let's be friends. My debut LGBT plus novel, South, is now in the wild. Y'all can pick up a copy of that bad boy today. Links are in the description down below to anywhere that you could possibly want to buy. It's in ebook, paperback, hardback. Get yourself a copy today. You're gonna love it. I know I do. And I wrote the damn thing. Anywho, that's all I gotta say for now. If you want to keep hearing more about stuff, be sure to follow me on all your favorite socials. Links below. Stay safe and take care. Bye.
You want to try this? This delicious looking catnip on a stick? Huh? Do you want to try this catnip on a stick? Try the catnip on a stick. Do you like it? Does it smell good at least?